Hello there, welcome to saberduelgaming, where we always take the high ground. And from Game on Ghost, and of course, Raza is Retro, it's time for another gaming challenge. This time it is Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers for the Shan and Raza Cup Gaming Challenge. It's a simple one. The aim is to get as far as we can. The footage is pre-recorded. I'm doing the audio afterwards. So here we go. We are getting the a little intro to the game. So I am playing this is Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers for the Nintendo Entertainment System, although I am actually playing this on the PlayStation 5 as part of a collection of Disney classics from the 8-bit era of games. This isn't a game I'd ever played before. Well, I had played it before, but I hadn't played it back when it first came out. When I got this package, I gave it a quick go. Quickly got my ass handed to me. So I've had a little bit of practice now, but still not doing spectacularly. Okay, there are a few bits here. So you can hide in the boxes. It took me a while to figure that out. I didn't know that. I knew you could pick them up and throw them, but I didn't know you could hide in them. And what's pretty cool is when you're hiding in them, if something hits you, you drop the box, but it does take out the enemy, so that's pretty cool, like that. Currently, it looks like in a backyard, going across fences. We've got these creepy-ass looking robot dogs down below. I love that touch, by the way, that when Chip or Dale are carrying something quite heavy, like the apple, you actually see them sweating, as if it's like putting actual stress on them. I love that as a touch. Yeah, this is quite a simple challenge, which I like. I like challenges that are kept basic. It's simply as far as you can get. Although there's a slight complication in that you do get to pick a different, once you get to a certain point, you choose which way around you go. It's not going to matter to me. I am not going to be competing for the top spots in this challenge. A participation point is about as good as I am likely to be getting. Okay, what do we got? That's right. There's this bit here where you've got this kind of like an invincibility thing. I'm pretty sure that little buzzy thing is actually another character from the Rescue Rangers team. Could be wrong, but I believe it is. Okay, let's work along here. More of these things. Hide in the box. That is a game-changing trick, by the way. When I say trick, I'm sure everyone else already knew that. But once I realised you could crouch down and hide in the box, that made a massive difference. I was genuinely struggling to get more than a few seconds into the game. When I found that out, that helped. That did help. Little mice thing. Drop down. Boom. Doing it again. The silver ones are a little bit different as well, because you can actually drop those and then climb up on them. Don't think you can do that with the other ones. They just throw them. Boom. And the silver ones as well, if you notice, they don't disappear. The silver blocks don't disappear when you get hit. Ugh, there's little nice things. Okay. Boom. I do like this game. Sort of gives me Micro Machine vibes, like the fact that everything seems oversized because Chip and Dale are so small. And in we go. Okay, so now we're in, I don't know if it's meant to be a classroom. It kind of looks like a science lab. We've got all the test tubes and stuff, which is quite cool. I assume we're in like a lab or a school science. I suppose it's still a lab, isn't it? Like a science lab or something. Pencils. That's quite cool. Still very chunky pencils. Considering I'm a chipmunk, like chipmunks are bigger than mice. By the way, chipmunks can be pretty big. So I think I'm a chipmunk. All right. Are Chip and Dale chipmunks? Yeah, I'm assuming so. Hence Chip. I was getting them mixed up with Alvin, Simon, and Theodore then. Okay. Wait my way along. Haha. the hiding in the block thing comes to save the day. Okay. I basically just want to make it as far as the first ender level boss. If I can do that, then that's something. Okay, I believe if I get this, yeah, he'll make a dent in the fence. Here we go. So this is the first ender level boss. If I can take this thing out, oh, of course, it nearly kills me on the first go. Okay. It's a very clear strategy. Side, throw up, and then side run. Grab, side run. Throw up, side run. Pick up, side run. Throw. Boom. Job done. Okay. So we've got like a little bonus stage. This is quite cool. I like bonus stages between levels. It's always a good touch. And then it's Fat Cat. Okay, so it is Fat Cat time. Giving us a bit of lip here. Classic Bond villain type stuff. He's got gadgets apparently. Can't be standing for these shenanigans. Okay, so we move on to this map screen. I have actually tried in practice runs both A and B, and I generally prefer A. I do find it a little bit easier as well, but on the whole I just prefer it as a level. Sort of like we start up in a tree house here, so this one's alright. Same trick with the boxes is the best approach. I actually find the villains on this level a little bit easier to navigate. A bit more predictable than on the previous one. I quite like the fact that where you see where there's two branches leveled next to each other, you can like that, you can sort of jump up and land on either one. These things, these sort of like flying things that were coming in from the sides, they're quite tricky to navigate because they sort of stop and start a bit randomly as well. So you see like that. Oh, shenanigans. That one got me there as well. That's annoying. The fact there was two of them, one after the other, that was a pain. But I'll tolerate it. Oh, here comes another one. Little douchebag. Okay. Come on, jump up. Get another one, hide. There we go. Nicely done. I've got to be honest, this is actually quite a good game. Like, until practicing it for this challenge, and believe it or not, despite the fact that I'm miles away from a lot of the other players doing this, I did practice. I like how the more I played it, the more I found, oh, okay, so that's what you do. There are very clearly patterns, like a lot of these old 8-bit games where there are very clear patterns in how to do things. And once you figured out the patterns, the game became, or parts of the game anyway, became a lot easier. The patterns for these bosses and stuff like that, throwing the ball up at them, and the patterns at which, like for in this one, for example, the feathers fall and stuff. Once you figure out the pattern, it is a fair bit easier. On the version I'm playing on the PlayStation 5, I think it was also on PlayStation 4, you can actually just practice the boss battles as well, which is quite fun. Okay, job done. So that's 2 bosses defeated. I'll take that. Got a few of these. This bonus stage to do. Is not going to get much from this one. No, bugger all. Okay, so Gadget's okay. That's Gadget. I remember her from the cartoon now. I do remember watching this cartoon as a kid. Don't really remember the names of many of the characters, but that theme tune, by the way, and it's done so well in this game. The theme tune, the sort of like 8-bit version of it, but as a theme tune, it's a banger. I'll give it that. It's a banger. Okay, so we're gonna go across to C. World C. I mean, I already know from the timestamp, I do not get much further than this. This one absolutely slaughtered me. I think I just couldn't figure out what to do. It was like, it just caught me, and I think there was a degree of panic as well, if I'm honest. The layers of it and not being able to see the layers clearly because of how it's laid out. It was, yeah, it just got me a little bit. And I should be dropping down here, but I didn't. I panicked. Shame of it, and I sort of jumped. I dropped when I should have dropped, and dropped when I should have jumped a couple of times here. Yeah. I think this is my last life here. Let's see. We can get a little bit this time. I obviously figured it out, but then jumping to try and dodge those is a trick. They come with such speed. That's the problem, the speed they come at. If there was a bit more time between, I feel like you'd have more time to grab the next thing and stuff, and yeah, game over. And that is it for Saber Duel Gaming. Well, I don't think it's going to matter for overall standings, but I got as far as World C, which was the 3rd level. Thank you to Razor Retro and Game on Ghost for this challenge. I hope everyone has a great week, and again, always take the high ground.